2 takes us to Bar Harbor, Maine, a cute little town with lots of character. It's home to only about 5,000 people, but it was once the hotspot for summer vacationing by some of the country's most affluent families, including the Rockefellers, Vanderbilts, and Astors. Today, it's a popular tourist destination with shops, restaurants, and of course, a beautiful waterfront. One way of seeing all of its beauty is by boat.
We start out by going up the shoreline of Bar Harbor, and then we'll proceed to see 5 lighthouses and 1 life-saving station.
We have a perfect day. Sunshine, perfect temperature, it's gorgeous out.
Here you can see lighthouses that date back to the 1800s, all of which have a unique look and story. It's also where you may just get a glimpse of a certain celebrity. Tucked away in this harbor is Martha Stewart's 63-acre summer home.
This is Martha Stewart's house, and it was interesting where he was talking about all the pink rocks that she has in her yard, and she has them cleaned every fall, and then they have to place them back down in the spring again. I think she has too much time on her hands.
Lobster is big business in Bar Harbor. There are signs for lobster all over, including one that advertises lobster ice cream.
About 80 to 90% of the lobster caught is actually caught from Maine, but there's a real science to this business, and there are also a lot of things that I think a lot of Minnesotans had no idea about.
Meet Captain John Nicolai. He's on a mission to get people like us to do one thing when they come to Bar Harbor.
Eat lobster.
So you've never had lobster until today, right?
Right.
How's it going?
It was good until this green stuff came out.
Captain John knows everything about lobstering, but he doesn't just catch them and tell you how to eat them. He also educates people about lobsters, and he does it with knowledge and humor.
I want to get him really close on his face. If he moves, though, I will throw.
You know I couldn't help that.
It takes about 6 to 7 years for a lobster to get to this size, and while most of us call it a lobster tail, it's actually the abdomen. And another fun fact, the lobster's teeth are inside the stomach.
Sharp teeth, round teeth. People say, do lobstermen like what they do? It's almost like asking somebody, do you like to breathe, do you like to eat? It's in their DNA, and it's just part of who they are.
Bar Harbor isn't only home to lots of lobstermen, it's also home to one of the most visited national parks in the country.
Cadillac Mountain is the first place that you can see the sunrise in the entire country, but there's so much more to see in New England's only national park.
More than 2 million people come here every year to hike the more than 3 miles up to see this.
It's a little over 1,600 feet up. It's the tallest of the mountains here in the northeast area along the shore.
The views keep coming. There's an unexpected hidden gem. A beach.
It's very rare to find it here. Most of the coastline is just craggy granite rocks, but we have this little strip of sandy beach, and it's just because it's protected. The sand, the seashells kind of get trapped there.
From peaceful to pounding waves from the Atlantic that make quite the sound against the rocky shore. Another must-see in the park is something called Thunder Hole.
And what makes it so special is that when the tide starts to rise, there's a cleft in the rocks. The tide comes in, these beautiful waves, they get trapped, they trap the air, and this big thunderous clap goes on.
Bar Harbor has it all: history, charm, and spectacular views.